离线，我不知道为什么。刚好到格兰芬多就离线，好笑。我看看，又回来了吗？还是没有？
回来了，
回来了。我刚好在断线
大胆英勇且具骑士精神，是哦。
有什么其他学院？就这个吧，随便看一下。哎，我看画面好像卡住了。
Gryffindor.
笨蛋勇气小孩班，
勇敢小若游。
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has
帽子
been
被丢在
cancelled.
旁边了。
他刚刚走过去的。
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room. Now, which way is the common room?
hope the professor
Nelly doesn't
catches
get
her this
anything
time.
for a thrill.
Professor could arrive any moment.
I would really like someone to try it. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
She gets bolder every year.
I hope the professor catches her this time.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It's true. And I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our
That's how
lives.
style.
How
No.
awful for you. And of course, that poor man from the Ministry. But still, you got to see a dragon. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights?
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
We're going to see who can stay up the latest.
Oh, what did I do wrong this time? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
是，不是这张照片怎么看起来很奇怪啊？这个人在对那个水牛做什么事情啊？
他是被水牛坐着。
你怪怪的。
他刚刚写啊什么把 练错一个音，忘记 W 还是什么，然后被水牛捉着。
Clever, isn't it?
好狠。
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
这个杜姑吗？猫咪。
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
撸猫是不是？
直接一个左转。箱子。
啊，箱子打开没东西哦。
有啊。然后你吃在旁边，那个药水。
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Hả, 我干嘛？
传送门的意思。
哈？可以啊。
呼噜燕。
你还要记得去开店。
要把传送门打开。
把我们的传送门打开。
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
你的场景做得蛮漂亮的。
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
No one sends me owls. Can't remember the last time I got one.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
这样挺有用。上面有水本，我不见得。
snot on your nose.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso!
Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy lively duels. Turn all of my students for this adept. Protego. Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll... Oh,
I'm not much for dueling.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first year.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
可以
Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Wish our common room would be bigger. I could never find enough space to spread out my star chart.
We were merely musing on the state of affairs. I don't even find her interesting. She's a bore. A dreadful bore.
My father was headmaster.
Black is without a doubt the worst headmaster in the history of Hogwarts. Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I'm always behind me. I promise.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. The summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
发出友善的声音。
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and release. Splendid! Not to worry. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. That's it! Happens to the best of us. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go! There we go.
Stay focused.
Let us do this. Ah, you almost had it. Watch this.
Very good. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. There we go.
Don't lose your composure.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
That's it.
Here we go. Phew. Quite impressive.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
After my brother learned the summoning charm,
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
And then the werewolves join the goblins.
因为好多猫咪。
Enough! You'll get us all detention.
What are you up to now?
看不懂地图，笨蛋的。
I wish Professor Garlic would teach us more about the flesh.
Won't you?
our stone hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
你好。Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience. And these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
今晚我们8时的吧，有点等。8时应该不要拿我手去看。地板很冰啊。赫夫帕夫。
继续讲你吧。
艾秀。
干嘛？
你在做啥？
继续打我的游戏。
你还在打那个哈利波特？
怎样
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it.
Hi.
Professor, why must I complete these tasks?
They are meant to give you first-hand experience as you proceed to master new bits of magic. Good luck, and I shall see you soon.
你听到这个声音，就是他们被压到水里。
而且我家鸭子每天都在打炮
你的谁是跟我讲这件事情？
鸭子打炮的叫声。
我不想知道。
中间去试采要找，结果干不知道什么试采街又休假，已经连休3天了耶。
你要找什么？找鸭子？
我们要找可以把它做成酸菜鸭子的店啊。
酸菜鸭子。
我们礼拜1那个时候就去乌勒市的那个猪肉摊老板说，你们试采会休到什么时候？然后他说整个试采都会休到礼拜2，今天礼拜3了，为什么还在休假？
不想卖。
我们都还找不到那个。
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am?
找不到可以做酸菜鸭的地方。我刚才跟张海哥只是在看一面鸭子，然后张就问我说：“你觉得哪一只看起来最好吃？” 我说那一只看起来比较老，然后肉比较嫩，比较紧实，可以做酸菜鸭。
比较老的话比较肉不是比较长。
可是它的头，就是它的脖子那比较粗，感觉比较有肉，可以做酸菜鸭。酸菜鸭只是要个味道而已，又没有吃。
我哪知道你可以做鸭头啊？是鸭脖子。
Like marbles, grand game, and if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
那个猪在吃吗？这个是今年那个兔年的灯会。
Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly
灯会是可以传这种图的。
It's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett's story was terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
好好吃。
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I.
空军好像比较少 A 片
你如何讲这个东西呢？问号的。
Selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
因为刚才庄跟我说有海军，前几天不是有报陆军的 A 那个外流片嘛？然后刚才庄跟我说，现在又有海军的，有的说海陆好好吃，然后差一个空军，然后我就说空军好像很少。 几乎没有
飞机
听过。
上打炮。
问号，你们奇怪哦。
Really?
好像完全没有听过空军的。
But not a word since.
在飞机上打炮，
飞机不行吧？你要飞机坠机
I'd
哦。
appreciate the help.
开飞机
If
一边
you
打炮。
do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again.
飞机有
I'm
好像
off to play
有
Snake
自
Pit
动
and
的吧？
Jackstone by myself
不知
in
道。
no time.
Brilliant.
他说他的小孩只是一颗金酒，所以他就帮他做。
嗨，爸爸。
你在叫谁宝宝啊？
他家的猫，
我家的猫。
他家猫叫那个宝。
我只会对我家的猫那么温柔而已。我对伊藤不会那么温柔。
你可以对你家的人温柔一点吗？
不行啊。
Keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
我对伊藤只会
I completed the assignments, Professor.
我在家
Marvelous. You clearly know your way
老夫老
around
妻
basic
模式。
charms. Let
不
us
会啊
give the old mending
那是
charm
兔
a
子不
try
见了
then, shall we?
这个不是原本有一
Remember
只
to
兔
be
子吗？
deliberate in your
因为看到那个猪八戒
enunciation and
好好吃
movements.
哦。
I want to see
好狠
some
哦
vigor. Now, wand
它
at
很
the
吃
ready.
哦。
Yes,
这
sir.
个是今年灯会的，为什么灯会可以这样？小孩的童年不会崩坏吗？
现在小孩有什么童年吗？
妈妈，今年兔你怎么没有兔兔？
现在小孩子
没有
童年有什
兔
么？
要 Baby Shark，刷嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟 Baby
好
Shark，
叫
嘟嘟嘟嘟
什
嘟嘟
么东西
Baby Shark。
呀？多老了吧？
对啊，
我的，你们不知道 Baby Shark？
对啊，它就是一只鲨鱼，不是吗？
That's it. Very good. If you would like to
啊
practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue
的吗
on the alcove by the water.
？Baby Shark
那个是
哎
那个一只鲨鱼，不是吗？一只鲨鱼在唱歌
Perhaps
跳
the
舞。
jilted
吗？我
lover
不知
thought
道
it too accurate and lashed out.
真假？
我知道，我知道，没事啊，我知道就好。
I doesn't see what all
给
the
你
fuss
看
is about.
这个啊，
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
真假？你真的不知道吗？
我不知道。
干还好，阿秀你真的是哈跟不上现在的
我又没在看
女玩家。但你们这不用看电视，你也很常就会听到啊。只要你有路过有小 baby， 他们手上都会拿一只鲨鱼，然后都一直在唱这首歌。
我没有路过，我没有路过过。
你没有去，你不会去什么1/2童装之类的吗
我？去那边干什么啦？
他又没有小孩去那里干嘛？
对啊，猫猫
哎，呀
你看好多猫。
不是啊，路上的小孩，不是路人都会推婴儿车，那个婴儿车都会播这个啊。
那个婴儿车上面是狗。
确实，
确实。
靠北
婴儿车上面已经不是婴儿了好吗？是狗。
已经是狗了。
对啊，像我家。
都是猫，有些是猫。
可是猫通常不都是在那个猫背包里面不是吗？
有些推车。
是哦，那这
有一些呢，打开里面还是鸟哎。
我看过兔子啊。
我看过鸟。
哦，我看过有人遛兔子。
哦，我家这里有人会遛兔子哎，会带它在那个公园跑步。那鸭子发生什么事？哎，30分到了，要把他们抱出来了。
抱出来了，干嘛？
他们现在在玩水，他们在泡水。现在是他们的打炮时刻。
公还小。
他们现在只要进到水就开始打炮，不知道为什么。
你不把他们捞出来，他们会溺水里面是不是？
会哦。
会哦。
懒得游了，我溺死。
他们会打炮到死。
问号。
他们已经不是游泳了，他们现在进去就是打炮，不知道为什么。
不知道是母。
而且我们昨天想说鸭子会吃鱼，然后我们昨天还特别去买鱼，就是那种食物鱼，他们是可以吃的。干丢进去他们也没吃啊，然后他们就在那边一直在打炮，不知道打炮怎样的。
不是说是母鸭子吗？
对啊，都是母鸭，就不知道打炮怎样的没。
所以你有确认过了吗？
还是鸭子里面也有那个也有 T， 一个是0号，一个是1号，鸭界也有嘛？鸭界也有投性这件事吗？
有吧，都有啊。不是
鸭界也有吗？
动物界都有不是吗？
Pardon me if I seem
可是不是哎，你有去确定过吗？都是母鸭。
Samantha thinks
有啊
I'm potty.
屁屁没有那个翘羽，
我只有冲尾巴而已啊。
不是啊，那个有一撮那个羽毛翘起来都没有吗？
Empty frame doesn't appear for no reason.
没有，他们就没有公的东西啊，他们都是母的东西啊。等我一下，我现在去抓鸭子。
抓鸭子，
抓鸭子，抓几只？抓到了，快抓！干，抓鸭子让人家疯掉啊！
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes,
我要
a few.
把地方旁边让你们听听鸭子的惨叫声，跟我的尖叫声。
If I can work out the riddle of
把
this
鸭
one,
子决
I'll
斗
know
了
what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I had the time,
鸭子决斗。
it'd be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
我们已经结束的时间哦。
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily special, as far as I can tell. Some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed.
我看，我看。
Reparo.
他是我怎么发现？
Bound to solve the riddle of the empty painting.
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily special, as far as I can tell. Some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed.
你们在干什么？去赶鸭子是不是？
他靠塑料在头上。
他在画它干什么？你的鸭子会不会叫太惨了？
I really can't make it.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common. Well, I mastered that, and now I'm taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd take my light as a feather charm to use on my library books.
这就是我在跟鸭子决斗的声音。
I was carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
看一下。
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5.
所以他说你等我一
She
下，
won't be
我
suspicious
速
of
洗
a
一下，
niece
我冲一下而已。
around.
Why did our meet tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be with you.
Oh，你的鸭子又在叫了。
Is Lower Hogsfield still dealing with that nasty goblin? Can't have been good for business.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Ugh. 辛苦了一天，结束。我现在觉得鸭子声音听起来如何？
嘎嘎嘎，一直嘎嘎嘎。
老大，
Hello, Cressida.
小宝还是不喜欢他们吗
？Including your diary.
Oh, what a relief! Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida. Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin.
我讲话有声音吗？
Some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
啊，小宝还不喜欢那些鸭子吗？苏雅，小宝还是不喜欢那些鸭子吗？
他们现在已经没兴趣了。
哦，好，已经没兴趣了。
我也没兴趣了。
已经没兴趣了。
那你觉得鸭子的声音听起来如何？
一般般。
一般。
一般般。
吵吗？
有点吧。
有点吵，可怜的。
半夜会叫吗？
不叫，它平常不会叫，有人靠近才会叫。但是有人要抓它们才会叫。
那还好啦。
有一个26岁的小鲜肉，碰到就会射，然后狂被分手，他去看医生，求医生救他。
医生救我，
好可怜哦。我现在唯一的兴趣就是不知道什么时候才可以吃了它们而已。
他戴上帽子就变秃头了，你看没有头发。
什么东西？
戴上帽子就没有头发了，就不会盘起来了。
哦，你说你的游戏啊？
对呐。等一下哦。
要。
再往最后可以再看一次，那感觉有点大。
不会变大啊？他以前都可以扇那风花，现在扇不起来，现在翘起来。洗手叫吗？你的脚要洗。
会略过这边是不是
What are you up to now?
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
我跑超慢。
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Prantooth and Sugarfoot.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
那你为什么最近开始玩哈利波特啊？
这个今天才开始，这今天才
I've been
开
there
始。
5 years and barely scratched the surface.
没有，我想说你不是没人要玩的。
啊？
我想说你不是没人要玩的，怎么又要玩？
哦哦，你说那个是另外一个啦，
Now, can
不
I?
是这个。
You still haven't told me how
你
you
说
became
的，
那这个是电脑的。
对对对，你说那个是那个手机的那个啦，不一样。你说那个是那个手游。
然后电脑的哈利波特比较微，是不是？
两个其实就是不同的东西啊。
哦，一个比如跳舞，一个要跳舞。
这是开放世界的，其实那个后面玩起来其实有点腻了吧。像我好像上个月，我这个月好像还没开，我上个月好像只。 月初开的时候，对，月初开，然后买个那个衣服，就是每个月的衣服，然后我就没再开了。
哎，庄，你可以帮我拿护手霜吗？如果不行，我可以继续拿。看是要拿那个黑色带紧密的，还是多3就有的？随便一个。 都可以啊，或者拿小条的也可以。
那手机哦，对，那个我不是那个是手游吗？它那个手游你用电脑玩超卡，电脑玩比那个手机还卡，不知道什么。
他小太烂吧？他把他的吸血都留在那个手机上了。
而且手机好像你还要看哦，就是你还要看安卓的还是说苹果的。
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi guys, ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle.
地板有小条的吗？
Good luck to both of you.
大的话在桌上，或是那个门口那个黑色袋子。
He's obviously had too much of it.
你在家帮我拿护手霜。手受伤，所以最近叫我帮他洗碗。哦，不行啊，人家手都受伤了，有什么可怜？而且很好笑的是，他跟他之前那个全家的同事同一时间都切到手，只是他同事缝3针，他没有缝而已。
他把肉丢掉了，不是吗？
我说他同事有缝，然后他没有缝啊，他们2个这样在同一天同一个时间，然后都切到手，
同一个时间都很。
对啊，他跟他同事超有默契的，可是。他今天还在笑他同事，因为他同事回诊换药要540，然后装回诊换药只要100块。到底是装觉得他感觉他被骗钱了，因为那个回诊换药就只是帮你把绷带拆掉，然后点优点，然后再把绷带裁回去，就跟你收100块。然后庄就觉得说，明明就可以自己换药，为什么都要一直去那里帮他换药
？Weasley told me you had a list of things.
而且钟说，感觉他们钱已经收够了。最近今天回诊的时候，他们跟钟说，你再来个2、3次，你就可以不用来，你就自己换药就好了。然后钟就，他就是觉得
我是觉得顺便检查你伤口会不怎样吧。
他是同一个医生，然后进去，然后坐下就问庄说。会痛吗？庄说不会，然后他就说好，那你等下去旁边换药就好了。
去一下
哦，然后最好笑的是，那里可以机车体检，然后他体检的，你知道体检不是有一些东西要做吗？他机车体检是你进去哦，然后那个医生就看着你说，你要考机车驾照哦，他就说对，然后那个人就说，医生就说会骑了吗？他说会，然后医生说好，那你可以去外面等了，等下会给你单子。然后第2个阿姨进来是要考汽车体检，然后那个我们就以为说医生问他说你会开车吗？就不是，医生是问他说你要考汽车哦，啊你会骑机车了吗？那个阿姨就说会，我会骑机车。然后那个医生就说好，那你外面等，傻小，这样就好了。最好笑的是。考机车是问他你会不会骑机车啊？考汽车驾照的也是问你会不会骑机车，主要就是会问你说你会不会骑机车。
你会吗？
笑死了！就不知道为什么是这样子检查的，正常不是应该都是要什么？然后我们听一下耳力测验，我们眼睛测验什么之类的，他都不用，他就只要问一下问题，然后就外面等哦。笑死！
原来是问诊啊！
他是问一些很奇葩的问题。
好奇怪哦。
对啊，会骑车了吗？会。好，那你自己要小心哦。要考汽车哦，好哦。要会骑机车才可以考汽车哦。所以为什么机车跟汽车到底有什么关联？然后还有一个好像是要出国，然后只是因为脚受伤，所以他就来问医生说：“我脚受伤，这样还可以出国吗？”然后那医生就回他说：“那你跳跳看，你能跳吗？”他就起来跺脚，他说可以，可是会有点痛。然后医生就说没事啊，你只要能走路能跳就可以出国啊，顶多你明天来。对，他就说顶多你出国前一天来我们这里，我开止痛药给你，这样你出国的时候就不怕没药吃了。
等一下啦，为什么 为什么出国要问说我的脚可不可以出国？
我脚好像受伤了，所以他问一下医生说脚受伤可以出国吗？
脚受伤不能出国吗？
他怕有些人会怕。
我不知道哎，那我脚快废了，我是不是不能出国？
没有啊，
医生跟他讲说，你只要起来跳，然后走路就可以出国，如果多开点药给你吃而已。那个医生还跟他说，因为怕你
等一下，你讲话中那边会有那个声音。
他讲话声太大声了。
我没有讲话很大声，
没有，
音频很高啊。
你知道你们两个是一起亮的吗？
亮。
对啊，一起亮的。
不知道为什么换开装的这只手机会这样，然后会比较
不是你的声音传到我这里。
对啊。
可是没有，我开我的手机就不会这样传，而且阿秀讲话不会顿，
我
不会卡。
可能是因为你在看直播。
我游戏会卡一下。
没有，因为装的这一台手机是连网络，就是这台是空机，所以它是连家里的 WiFi， 所以会打架。可是我的手机是自己的网络，所以比较不会打架，好像是这样子。好像是。家里网络会没事吗
？Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try.
在试魔杖。
Oh goodness. Looks
这
like
有
it's
吃药
back to
吗？
the shelf for
又还
you.
没吃晚餐。
为什么？还没吃晚餐？你
你
刚才上班，你们上班上假的吗？
上班还没有吃啊。
不是啊，不用点东西吃吗？
我饿啊。
放松就饿了，对吧？
对啊。上班都不会饿。
要看我现在还会饿，我现在是会饿，我之前上班不会饿，可能忙吧。
那个鸭子一直在啄洗手台，它会不会把我家洗手台啄爆啊？
它那么狠的？
没有，他们是甩头然后撞到。
他们不会痛吗？他们智商真的低。
哦。
Curious indeed.
你们说智商低。
How intriguing.
我可以选颜色呢。
Curious indeed.
看选魔杖，颜色。
How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing.
装树，你有看我那个台吗？
有啊。
他这根感觉可以戳死人。
物理。
物理。物理。
魔法没有效了，只好用物理。
我们要近身攻击。
龙恩，这个比魔法好用。
物理。
Curious indeed.
长度可以超长吗？
魔法有时候会失灵，这个不会失灵。物理的你只要涂对地方就不会失灵。
它那个长度好像也还是一样的啊。
啊？
就是还是一样的。
所以可以物理攻击。
物理，好笑。
Curious indeed.
哦，它可以选诶，哇，好屌哦！
干怎么想都是龙很秋吧？
哦，我这个用是那个，它好像是依照它官网的，所以它其实就是原本就这样子的。凤凰也很秋啊。
龙跟凤凰比呢？
How intriguing.
龙秋啦。
骑木头完全看不懂的啦，感觉就是可以戳死人。
Curious indeed.
这样你就有2个攻击模式啊，近战跟远程。
然后这个感觉就像你路边捡的木头，我路边随便捡一个树枝都跟他一样。
对啊，最右边那一只哎。
哪一只？这个？
哦。对对对，那边就是右，你对的。你用对支啊。左右不分是不是？
对啊，左右不分。
好，等一下。
没有错呀，我左右不分的。
左右不分。
你这个蛮好看的，一般般。
很像交响乐的那个对不对？
指挥棒，这样子像吧？
超像。
而且你可以直接拿来盘头发当发叉。
Curious indeed.
这个啦，感觉就是可以插死人的，就他了。
就他了啊，我觉得他很赞，还螺旋的。
然后又是灰绿色，感觉就是有青苔在上面，感觉是特别的久。就他了，就这样子。
What do you think?
你的角色一点都不开心。
他那个脸嘛，我当时看下来，这个脸还蛮好看，然后看起来也很奇掰，那就是你的。
对啊。
而且那个一开始选角，就是在用看脸的时候，我觉得他看起来好鄙视哦。
Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match.
不对，现在才开始在选那个会不会太晚？
你一开始又不是选这些东西。你是直接去学校然后被龙打。
哇，一开始就遇到龙。
你刚开始那边你没有看吗？
没有，我那个时候就忙完就开始收完就回家了。
他一开始就被龙打啦，而且你又不是从1年级开始一路学，你直接5年级你晚别人起步4年。19块。其实这游戏它外观就是什么话，我觉得还不错，城堡蛮漂亮的。学校很漂亮。好，去哪里？
学校再漂亮也不会有学生说我想待在这里一辈子。你怎么突然会那么多那个魔法了？
重点是我还用的更废。
你不是物理攻击的吗？你怎么突然学废这些东西？
Matilda, student.
你的物理要 Q。
I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
这样子。
把他的牌用倒。哎呀！
别家的猫上满家桌都不会掉吗？他们的满家桌都不会有。我家兔子，阿秀，你家柴鱼不是在掉毛吗？
对啊。
我家兔子也在换毛
一起换毛。
我家兔子换到它的毛又从黑色变成灰色，然后有些地方还白白的。
白白的。
哎，对，它也开始掉色。
会掉色。
换色及掉色。
小姐，你跑步好丑。
小姐姐，你跑步可以优雅一点吗？小姐姐。
还可以跳，我还可以打滚呢。
小姐姐地板很脏，可以不要滚吗？
按错了。啊，一直点不到，我觉得有点难按了，我手会 K 掉。
你说怎样很难按？
按死啊！我要放弃我的一个键。
是哦，哦，有一点呢。
1、2、3、4。
对啊，我有在测试，尤其我现在中指又包起来，4会比较难按。
很难。
你看一下啊。
我要放弃我的D。
The dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo! Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat.
Can't be
in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
这搜救犬飞出去了。
Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a
你
look
去
around.
救啊！
Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
大家有北极饭切的时候，狗狗突然，大家有北极累到饭切的时候，狗狗突然吠叫起来，然后全部的4年跳起来，冲过去，
臭狗。
瞬间燃起了所有人的希望。当大家已经放弃的时候，
好狠哦，捡钱！
不能放过任何一个箱子。
太阳的阿修，太阳的女人，
放过任何一个箱子都是对这世界不尊重。
太阳的小鸡完全后再不是太阳的人类了。
不过我应该先做好我要做的事情。我每次都。 我要干这件事情，然后用着，我都跑去乱逛了。
这个贪婪的人类。
好像会溺水，不会溺水。好像不能跨过去。哎，我有箱子。哦，开不了。OK。
这鸭子是3回，是卡住还是怎样？
为什么那个开不了？
我哪知道？
你用那个魔法打看。
我以前
你要先去走物理攻
击，我要拿我这个魔杖戳你，我要拿我的魔杖戳他的眼睛。
他现在已经改走物理模式了，他已经不走魔法路线，魔法太废了。
确定他有没有死痛走过去用魔杖戳他？
就算把他杀了，也要再戳他。要确认他有没有死，
看他有没有透掉。
对，没透再戳两下。
魔法攻击，如果没有透，再过去戳一下。
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age,
猪脚便当打卡按赞，竟然是送打火机耶
！Is it not the most fascinating
便当店送打火机是什么概念
？10块钱的打火机吗？我他妈
便当店要送打火机啊！
因为他想不到送什么了，他只能送打火机。
他不是应该送小菜吗？
不想要送小菜啊！打火机10块钱，小菜可能不止10块哎！
太狠了吧，这个人！这是太人类。
可能他有那个认识的是做打火机，你看他可能成本价就更低了。哎呦，成本打火机20块对吧？
现在好像有10块钱，
我不知道哎，我只买过1次而已。
大家注意看，这个太狠了。
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush.
我每天的心得都叠不到外售。
Better go and find Sebastian.
对呀，这里都没有外售。
真假的那么可怜哦。
这鸭子有点吵。
把它煮了，你不知道它煮了。
就没开，明天才要再去看有没有开。
耶，钱
都是钱。
快乐。电池。那看那东西就想点一下。老鼠，
老虎，
分不清楚，
还是啥呢？不知道。
不能进去。
我原本要买电脑结果被全包杀小，害我没有买到电脑。
那么狠？
对啊，一台9000多块的啊！我是要买主机，就是
那边会有一个透明那个卷轴消失是干嘛的？
就是消失而已。
知道，我还迷路了。
我想说要去买人家那种2手的主机，然后就反正就比较便宜啊，然后只是玩，反正我不会玩游戏，我只会跟你们玩一些什么破坏感情的游戏而已。
可是你要确定呢。
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
我就想说。感觉可以买，就是买来以后再自己再改就好，就是再把一些东西拔掉，然后装新的就好。我们就这样想说用2万块预算去换一台电脑，结果就是主机吧。因为那个是2手的，2手的就很便宜啊。
太便宜了。
然后结果限量10台，有直接全包了，大小。
全包。
妈多有钱啊！
拿去挖矿。
好狠哦！
我全部拿去挖矿的啦。
爆爆！
它有好像4、5种主机可以买，然后装说其他的玩家都是假的，只有那个2万块可以买。
闪避那个键是哪个键？
那个键，后是空白。
不是啊，空白掉。
看错。
好。
这是什么键？
装甲3怪。
我忘记什么键是干嘛的，完蛋了。
按错了。
不是啦。
没可能。
真的其实有点难按。
delete。
好，我好废，我是废物，我是垃圾。
你要delete啊！你把所有挡住的东西全部关掉。
还卡卡的，完蛋了。我死掉了，我有够废的啦。
你的盾好像完全挡不住他的撞哎。
我觉得盾好像不能，好像应该要等吧。
是多撞。干，
宝贝，
他应该把我屏蔽了。这个男人又把我屏蔽了。
你被那个自动
已被屏蔽。此用户已被封锁。
此用户已被封锁，哭，好可怜哦，
可怜哦，
好可怜哦，
好可怜哦。
他在忙着抓人，是吧？
他在忙，他表示他妈这个很吵，就是要封锁他。
干嘛？你干嘛？
好事多有卖那个牛肉火锅套组。
感觉不好吃，
可是它的牛肉火锅没有火锅，就只有牛肉。
傻小，牛肉火锅套组没有火锅，
然后也没有火锅料，就只有牛肉，3种不同的牛肉。
我的汤底呢？那为什么叫牛肉火锅套组？不能叫牛肉片套组吗？牛肉片套组。难道我不能拿火锅那个来烤肉来烤肉吗？
它可是这肉肉只能煮，烤的很难吃。单个肉说
对啊，还要那个用滚的呢。
平均都1斤，然后2000斤。
对，还用滚的，可我滚不了，那个键够难按的。
有点难。
我看到有人在打游戏，对，那个键够难按的啦，哭哦。
你要买那个牛肉火锅，然后没有火锅套组。
你数掉了啊！
我觉得我在这边卡一整个晚上，然后就是因为我的手卡住了。
你的手又没有受伤，
他那个盾盘，要不然你要按那个滚，往旁边滚，往旁边滚。
我知道，像你的手也受伤一样。
其实我的手只是智障，我的手只会拿来玩 Day by Day 而已的。
是哦，这也很有道理。
因为他只要跑就好，我不需要打他。
你可以打他啊。
是啊，我可以打他。
Excellent. Did you get what you needed for your sister?
我觉得我应该先换，我应该是要换按键。
We'll wear them down eventually. Let me over.
热水，没有身体，没有身体是谁？谁没有身体啊？
骂完。
他没有身体。他好可怜，他为什么会没有身体？
忙耶！我操！
这样都打得到吗？
不是啊， 啊，我一定要看到一次要顾那么多按键。
他的攻击范围这么远。
你说这么远？拿东西丢他。
要转。
你知道吗？就是我的手指头要去按力，要去按 G， 要滚，这个我超不行的。Oh my god！ 我卡住了。我的好背哦。我超烂的啦！
你被扁烂了。
我被扁烂，我弟已经觉得看不下去，我是智障。我被扁烂了，真的烂，趴机的烂掉了。
这才第一关呢，姐姐。
没有，这是第二关吧？我前面打了那个守卫呢，守卫吧。
你前面打的是新手教学呢。
对，没有错。我前面是新手教学，我要去摸猫猫，安抚我的心。
摸猫猫，
摸猫猫。我的小拇指它办不到，它只能跑。我不把一次跑过那么多按键，我的小妞妞它不行。
I officially have X. Did you get?
I did.
好好笑哦。
那刚刚那些居民呢？居民不会来支援一下吗？
会，居民知道，他人普通，居民就跑掉啦。注意安全。
你的同伴被甩飞了。
我同伴在旁边不是吗？
他被甩飞了。好狠！哇，又被甩飞了，点烂。 我以为你旁边那个人是装饰诶。他怎么久久才扁他一下？你仔细看，他旁边那个人就算扁了他，那个血条还是没扣，因为他是根本打不会痛啊。哎呦，你刚刚还翻滚到他的膝盖旁边戳他膝盖一下，物理攻击。哎呦，好狠哦！
感觉他膝盖的皮很厚哎。
这是嘲讽哎，真的很膝盖。
你怎么让我想到上次翻板子翻到鬼面前，然后再翻回去。
翻回来。对啊。你后面那个是什么？
棉花糖。
是吗？我以为是一堆鸡毛掸子。
他感觉是卖糖果的。
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an
卖女孩
understatement.
的小火柴。
Like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me.
卖糖果。
If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer, Officer Singer, and thank you again.
他感觉是棉花糖。
假，被扁了还要帮忙收家，
好狠哦！啊，你看他是棉花糖。
I'll go and see what he wants.
Repair.
是，被转的棉花糖。
再摸个猫猫。
One last thing for Officer Singer to worry about.
猫咪真可爱。
Lucky they didn't do more damage.
猫
Reparo. Ah, good to see you.
还会修房子。你看这只猫，
来了，
脸一边黑一边黄一边橘，
黑橘耶，
看，还一半哦。
有我看到，撸猫，
撸猫，现实不能，那就在游戏上吧。我哪里要修啊？哭哭。那你要修你要干嘛？白色的，哎，咖啡色的，脏脏的。
Reparo.
人走，
进进出出的，等等等
为什
等。
么他们去上面了？
我把你拉过来就会。
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Black Wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were.
我装他们在上面啊，他们在打游戏哦。
他们在打 DBD。
I'd like to give you one such set of robes. In thanks for what you did today.
那个等等等等，就是他们在打游戏。
刚不是有一个那个，他们不是有一个自己的群吗
That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can
对啊，
啊，我怎么要继续待在这里呢？
这比较香。
好哦，胖胖
Plenty for your perusal today.
香香的味道，
这比较赞。
比较赞。诶，小小干嘛？
这里 feel 比较好，你们遇到的比较好一点的。
是吗？在这里
有老大哎，
在这里，
这有老大，
在这里遇到的鬼比较好吗？
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two.
这里运气比较好，
比较会遇到佛鬼是吧
？Pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
奶油啤酒
，3 broomsticks is just this way.
I sell even more battle-worthy items.
奶油啤酒到底好不好喝啊？
You're most welcome to browse my shop at your leisure.
Lumos.
看你打了没有用，
没有用，就不能用我这个魔杖戳他的眼睛吗？
有什么技能是可以让他动的吗？
不知道，我可能还要继续去上课。
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating
还是我帮你 Google。
please refrain from touching.
你不觉得我学的魔法很少吗？我就这4个而已。
Assuming it isn't utter
等我努力。
你不是才刚开始吗？
对，
新手的。
然后刚才那个我就玩了好几次了，开局就卡关，不愧是我，不愧是我。
确实，不愧是你，
不愧是我，
连3怪都打不赢。
我好废哦。我是废物。那边有书可以拿哎。
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
发现。
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well.
他后面秃头，你看，他的后脑勺没有头发。
Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. That's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
看得像是惹祸咯。
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything.
一个哥布林跟一个普通人，跟3怪有什么？
那个不是哥布林。
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
那个不是哥布林吗？看起来就一脸哥布林啊。
它是地精。
地精不就是哥布林吗？
可是它不是绿色的。哥布林是绿色的。
好哦。
对吧？我没有说错，对不对？那哥布林的耳朵很大哦，我不知道。
可是刚刚那个妖精的耳朵也很大啊。
哥布林耳朵很大吗？
哥布林的耳朵很大吧？
我不知道我只记得哥布林是绿色的，它不是绿色的。
区一只多比还敢嚣张？
它不是多比。
它跟多比同一个物种啊，品种。
是刚才那个哦，对，它刚才那个秃头的是跟多比同一个物种，可是刚那个另外一个他坏人的，他不是跟多比同一个物种。
再怎么强也没有我们伟大的佛地魔强。
我突然忘记那叫什么名字了。箱子。
这个会提示箱子在哪，是不是？
我不知道我没看地图，我只是在乱晃而已。好像有
灰色冒险家装扮，这个穿了会衣服会变吗？
我不知道，我看起来比较帅吧。我们可以看看，这个地方吗？装备。哦，北下峡。这两个东西只差在于
会变颜色会变。
这两个颜色哪会变啊？
我说白色跟黑色。
对啊。 我要穿这个，我看起来会比较亮。
这两个不是一样吗？传统校袍跟传统校袍是同一件，当然不会变色啊。
他们只是那个进攻对象不一样而已。我要白色的，我看起来晚上会比较亮。冒险家，像这个不一样，为什么没长一样？
我怎么知道？应该是一定有，只是像这种不像这种。
刚才获得的围巾。
围巾说实在的不是很好看，手套还不错。
有演技。我看一下路边会路过的人。
如果直接跑过去，那日记的
好饼。这样感觉我的魔杖就不能吃人了。
猛禽，你的魔杖是猛禽。
哇，其实不应该让我们掉阶啊！
你看这样看起来就好，这样看我好冷哦。不光戴帽子，
这游戏有帽子哎。
哇，戴帽子头发就要盘起来了。这样真的好丑。
好丑，超级丑，丑到烂掉。
问题出在哪里呢？
我已经拔掉了。
拔掉了。
不是。
这样子。
还是帽子换一顶，真的很丑哎。
帽子你每个戴上去你都没有头发。
这样应该好多了吧？这样比较无私吧？
这样子比较无私好不好？可是我觉得他不给你留头发很丑哎。
这个比较好看，第一个比较好看，绿色那个比较好看。
绿色。我觉得一样丑。
没事啊。
可是这个看起来比较屌啊！我防御有+6呢。
还是用防御力+6的。
我感觉我比较不会被打烂，你知道吗？感觉我扁掉的几率会那个大幅下降。
I'm certainly glad Serona was there.
假设我可能被打3下就扁掉了，我穿的这个我可能被打4下才会扁掉。
打3.5下。
Rookwood has you in his sights, but we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
他说我要去哪里？你知道感觉像什么吗？癌症末期，妈的，没有头发。哇，穿得像学生一样。好的。
Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts.
You know I hate being left out.
Hello there. Perhaps you can...
Hello. Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
冒险什么东西？
Following a Hogwarts treasure map. Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map.
他不是要叫他去寻宝吗？他刚刚这个小黑人说，你刚刚打完3怪，你需要休息一下。好，那我们去冒险吧。
休息等于冒险。好的，好的。
很有道理耶。
有道理哦。
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
我好像是该先去上语课。
Reparo. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Serona and the patrons of the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on
他去那一边好像也没有用，他完全在书这边就可以听到任何他们玩游戏的声音了。
But sir, how dangerous could
但是我把手机移到偏中间了，我现在把手机移回我的小角落。
都会知道他现在干嘛了。
Once you've honed your
因为我刚才
defensive
在问
magic
他要
further,
吃什么，
come
我
and
突然
see me.
想吃火锅，我就问他要吃，
I'll
要
let
不要
Professor
吃？
Heggett know to
然后
expect you.
我就跟他说：“你要吃寿喜烧吗？”他就说：“不要，他要吃番茄。”我就，你的世界都怎么会突然给我这个东西？
撞到这些东西。但是之间有火锅吗？
要自己煮，他只有卖生的，没有卖熟的。我就突然想吃麻辣锅，不知道为什么。可是我以为他的麻辣锅可以单点一些什么油条、鸭血什么之类的，没有，什么都没有，他就只有火锅套餐，然后夸虎生食自己煮。
这么狠哦？
对，他的标题就是自己煮套餐，而且还很贵，没有很便宜。要刷卡吗？我的卡包有没有钱可以刷？
完蛋，不知道有没有钱。
好惨啊，怎么那么可怜？
那么可怜。
这样。
I should come back to this another time.
你就知道他讲话平常有多大声，打游戏有多大声，我多可啊！平常要好好睡觉都不能睡。
靠背了，你赶快上来帮我那个一下，我的前面一个。我还年轻，我为什么死？
这跟鸭子的叫声有什么不一样？
鸭子，它不是鸭。
发还是不发？
这差别可以吗？
是不发。我不知道我有没有钱。我最近都在点外送，就在想说，我是不是要把 Uber 的会员买回来？感觉不买回来，每次都这样给他扣，好亏哦。
不知道我没有买过会员。
我以前有买，我先看一下会员多少钱。我就不知道每次我这些都在买那个，我都觉得好贵哦。
A rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
我要不要把它买？但他现在还改，现在 Uber 超懒的 ，Uber 改成说，你加他的会员不是可以免外售费吗？可是只限有金色 Uber 图案的才有免费，如果你没有那个金色的图案的话，你要买。
什么金色图案啊？
就是 Uber 现在有多一个很像那个选举要投票盖那个印章的图案，有那个的话，你的 Uber 会员才会是那个免外售费，如果你不是的话就要钱。
所以麻烦了。
对啊，那这样很鸡巴耶。
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks.
熊猫我不喜欢。
好吧，我现在也他们都叫乌龟。我觉得熊猫之前用熊猫是熊猫比较便宜，现在熊猫比乌龟还贵。
对，而且熊猫的那个服务态度都越来越鸡掰，然后客服都不会回。
我不知道，我很少，我没有用过。
Professor, could you remind me what I'm to do before I can learn Incendio?
他说预计11点半。
Then come and see me. At that point, I will teach you the fire-making spell.
好哟。
Seems crossed ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
where she said I could swim, did you Praxia mole? As long as 'twere only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed us, did his containment.
皮皮鬼。
你干嘛的？
这个皮皮鬼是可以怎样？可以用魔法扁他之类的吗？
我不知道哎。我之后遇到再试试。
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
它这些发亮是可以干嘛？还可以打野无人。
不如眼。
哦，我刚做了什么？我刚干了什么？
哎呀，打打看。
打打看。
其他雕像也可以打吗
？Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin! We'll make you regret signing up. I'm the one!
Come on! 诶，这不就是那个吗？2对2决斗，就是那个手游版的《哈利波特》。
手游版的好像。也不太一样。挫败，完全不知道我在冲他小完蛋了。
That looks painful. Care to try another round?
Yes, don't count me out yet.
Brilliant!
Mm. 啊，其实也没差吧。白格有按到怎样都很强。
你要睡哦？
啊，我说我还是一直在打。
我想说你看的是什么？你要睡好下一看。我想说现在还有。
我真的超废的。
That looks painful. Care to try another round?
Yes, don't count me out yet.
Brilliant!
拉维阿萨，温家店拉维阿萨。 护心谱，火星谱。哇哇哇！爆打 A 烂。我赌的钱都输光了 ，OK。借高赌博。
有人好可怜哦，去包养晚在找免费出来吃饭，结果来了两个阿姨，
好狠。
也是超胖的阿姨，然后他当场直接跟那阿姨来跟他说：“你们回去吧，我身体不舒服，我要回家了。”
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you.
跟老大吃一顿饭只需要1顿早餐钱。
Brilliant. Count me in. I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are.
然后他有时候还没有空跟你一起吃个饭。
你们那次好像我好像没有空。
对啊，
你们那次很忙。
我就说我是招财猫，找到奶奶一个忙。
对，其实你们来之前就有一点小忙了，可是还
因为他知道我要去了，
还是有我还是有上去跟你们背啊，不是吗？
好少。有人表示约的是女儿，结果来的是妈妈。有人说如果他努力坚持下去，搞不好就母女洞。
好狠哦！
Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
这样子砸烂他 ，OK。
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak. Perhaps I should stick to potions.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
消失，会卡我吗？就是应该说这不给我补吗？
That's it. Nicely done. Good one. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
4分，稍等我一下，你要玩可以先玩，30分我进去。OK， 我还在 Steam。
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady.
这是什么一种电流击击棒之类的东西吗？
它只是那个你跟它箭头方向是你要走的方向而已。
Good work. Feel free to practice in the classroom before you go. I've set up a few targets for you.
Incendio. Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
他要到，
你的外送要到了。
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this
portkey to Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean, I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try. Quietly now.
I shall pretend I cannot see you.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves? Betty, the library is no place for luck. Goodness gracious, what a mess! Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is. That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic. Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Levy.
笑死！你就这继续每个乱按啊。
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where
不可以直接射他吗？
我也想，那应该不行。
Naughty, you'll get caught.
Peeves, don't.
皮皮鬼是谁啊？
一个很击败的人，他可以告状，然后让你被抓。
我要去告密，我要去告密。
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
How do I know you won't go to the librarian and blame this all on me?
Why would I do that? I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Repair it. Of course. Traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it.
装备已满，很好。
转过来。
Where might this lead?
Reparo.
Ah, I need to look out that rune over there.
Revelio.
I wonder if I can hit the rune with a spell.
我觉得要捅过去。
晚安。
晚安。
OK。
I wonder if I can hit the rune with a spell.
你还在开台吗？
哪？你现在关了。我现在不知道我要干什么。
它可以那个吗？就是在出现任务之前，先探索某个地图。
不行吧？
可以理解我的，就是你可以先逛校园，然后把整个霍格华兹逛一圈，然后再过之类的。
这个应该是可以的。
I wonder if I can hit the rune.
那也是你先去逛，反正你也没事做。逛烂。
Incendio. Reparo.
哦，上面这个，吓死。
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Oh my god.
Incendio.
差不多了。
Not surprising. Guards at the ready. This must be the way forward. But to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
要把东西卖掉，这东西都可以卖掉吗？
阿秀，
嘿嘿嘿，
来吃饭。
太小了。
我们吃个饭，拜拜。
这些东西得卖掉吗？不能放着。今天先到这里，我先下了，拜拜。